All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to the Sports Yak podcast. Been off for like a month. It's July 24th, Sunday. Season's about 10 days away, I'd say. I think August 5th is the start date. First game is Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. But first of all, we got a bunch of transfers to talk about. A lot has changed, especially in the top six teams, I think, in the Premier League, and even some of the other big clubs around the continent of Europe. But first up, we got Mostafa. How are you doing, man?
How you doing, buddy?
Feeling excited for the season?
Definitely. A lot of good summers for a lot of teams, a lot of bad ones, especially for United, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, this summer has been eventful for sure.
But yeah, what's up, Ali? How you doing, man? Both of you
Good,
guys, I
man.
wanted to ask you, like, you guys feeling good after not feeling good, but like feeling, I guess, like away from the Champions League final now.
Yeah, I got over it.
I got over it like a week after, but it's just the way we lost. It's not why we lost. Like, we lost. It's simple. It's 50-50. You're going to win or lose.
Yeah.
The way we lost, especially they having like a shot on target, it's just, it is what it is. But, new season, new hope.
Yeah, for sure. And we got Ayub. How's it going, man?
Hey, what's up? Still not over the Champions League win.
You still excited?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what happens next season, but we'll see. I think they need to sign a backup for Benzema, but that's about it.
I guess where do you guys want to start? We start with Real. We start with Real Madrid first. They brought in Rudiger. They brought in Tchouaméni.
Yeah.
They got some good, backups and young players to supplement their veterans. What'd you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's I don't think they really need to do much. I mean, like, again, their midfield is aging. They got some good young defenders, and they did all that they really needed to do. To be honest, the only thing that had left really is they need to get a backup for Benzema, because I mean, you guys saw in the friendly probably. I mean, they kind of look lost when Benzema's not there.
Yeah, they had Mariano Diaz. And they sold Jovic too, who didn't really work out at Madrid. So have they brought in anybody else? I don't think so, right?
No, I mean, nobody really big. I mean, they got a bunch of young players. Don't really know their names.
Tchouaméni, Rudiger, it's really like about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Ayub was saying, they definitely like should have got another attacker, like a versatile attacker who can play like right wing striker. Because look at Barca. They're going to be competing with a team who has like replacements in every position.
Right. We're going to talk about Barca like next, but with Real Madrid, I don't know. It's preseason, I know that. But yesterday's Clasico played in these United States. I thought it was a continuation of the Champions League final. I thought that Real Madrid were still parking the bus, waiting for anything just that Barca gives them. I see no. I know they won the Champions League, so it kind of like makes me look dumb. But I see no spines in their attack. Like, I see no claws. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Benzema, if he's not playing, they'll lose to Barcelona in the Santiago Bernabéu 4-0 again, easily. Hazard, I feel like he's extinct. I wanted to give him another chance. I feel like he's done.
He's definitely
all
done.
the other players, Tchouaméni, honestly, I don't see a difference between him and Camavinga or whatever his name is.
Yeah, they were pretty similar players.
With a central defensive midfielder, all you need is someone that runs box to box. Dispersion of play is a plus, obviously, but you don't really need that. And Sergio Busquets, what made him great is because he had good control, he dispersed the play, could give it to his midfielders, Xavi, Iniesta, whatever, and could run box to box, even though he's not fast, but he had stamina, right? With Tchouaméni, this is coming from a person that supports Liverpool. We wanted him, obviously. I really see no wow until I'm proven wrong. With Rudiger, I feel like they just got him because he really wanted to go to Hazard because they're like best friends. Honestly, I feel like he really wanted that, and he couldn't get the wage he could in the Premier League or whatever, or like Bayern Munich or whatever. So He went there. So I feel like Real Madrid's summer has been eventful in the sense they signed new players, wanted players, but not eventful in like actual football, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
They're signing like players for the future, kind of, but I
Right,
feel like
no.
they have to win now. Like that's what their mission is always.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Real Madrid hasn't always done that, but I feel like Real Madrid are taking a page out of City's book in which they're just trying to get players that are really hot in the market right now, just so other teams don't have them. Like that's what City is known for, in at least in the Prem, like in England. Like, oh, Chelsea want this player, I'm gonna bench him for all I care about. I'm gonna drop 100 mil to get him. Grealish, in
Calvin Phillips.
yeah, Calvin Phillips. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
For the next step, we should talk about Barca though, because I feel like they're another team like that. As you know, Ali was talking about before the pod. You want to go through like their list of attackers?
Yeah.
Right wing, Rafinha and Ousmane Dembele. Two players who would start in any team in the right wing position.
Yeah.
Like, okay, striker, Lewandowski and Aubameyang. Obviously, Lewandowski has
Memphis.
Well, I'll put him in. He's like a left wing striker, right? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Either one. Yeah. Then Memphis. And then left wing. Yeah, I can add Memphis there again, but Ansu Fati, I think, is their main one with Ferran Torres.
Dembele can play there.
And Dembele can play there. So like they have so many, like, which is a good thing, man. It's a good thing that they manage this. Because for me, in the modern day, the best teams are the ones who just have like quality in numbers. Like they have quality in a lot of positions and more than one guy.
Right.
One guy gets injured, they have someone else. That's how it should be.
It's actually funny because it's not only that for like football, it's the same thing for the NBA as well. Like you're talking about basketball teams that like who's gonna win the championship this year? It's the most decked out. I don't care if you have a Giannis or a LeBron or whatever.
Yeah, for basketball, you got to look at like 1 through 8 or 9. For soccer, you have to look 1 through 15, 16.
Exactly. Like I promise you right now, LeBron James, even though in my opinion he's the GOAT, he cannot win a championship without his team being decked out like deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like we know, like every one of the main things people say when a team has an unsuccessful season, we blame it on they had some injuries.
Right.
This player was injured. But if you have multiple good players in the same position, that issue is no longer like a thing. Unless it's like a player like Kevin De Bruyne gets injured the whole season, something big. You know, but yeah.
Right, like even then, like if let's say Lewandowski gets injured, like they still have really good options. Like even Ferran Torres plays striker. They have so many options.
I forgot about him too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I definitely expect Barcelona to do better than they have in the past couple of years.
Absolutely. Honestly, like I was talking to a buddy of mine yesterday about this. He's a Barca fan, and he's like a proud Barca fan. Like he always he talks about the 2015 Champions League as if it was like 2 years ago, and not knowing it was like 8. He's like, I think that he's trying to do the thing where like you don't expect too much out of the season because if it's a fail, it's not that big of a embarrassment. So he's trying to do that. And I'm telling him honestly, with the amount of money you guys spent, with the amount of players you guys attracted, if you guys don't at least win one trophy out of Real Madrid or go far in the Champions League, it's a failure.
Yeah.
That's how good of a summer they had. They've had
a
summer where they put them from the second team in Spain to if they don't win anything, they flopped. That's how good of a summer they had.
Even Frank Kessie is a really good midfielder from AC Milan. Yeah.
And it's funny because 3 of those new players, Liverpool had talked with them. And 3 of those players picked Barca because of the name.
Same with Rafinha. I think he was Arsenal obviously wanted him. Chelsea wanted him.
We wanted him. Yeah. Lewandowski, there was rumors. You know what I mean?
I think we were talking about Barca. I think their defense is like maybe something they could have done more with, considering they signed like a bunch of players in other positions.
But look at their defense last year or last 2 years and look at it now. Christensen is an amazing ad. I don't care what anyone says. Because Piqué's now on the bench. So now they can actually win games. Piqué's on the bench, bro.
Yeah, he should be on the bench.
Araujo and Christensen, that's a good two-way right there.
It's so.
Jordi
Sergio
Alba's still pretty
Dest,
good, and
honestly,
Dest should
Sergio Dest
improve.
can be a player.
Also, I guess with the way Barca play, they don't need like an amazing defense because they're keeping the ball most of the game anyway.
Yeah. So going off what Ali said, I don't think it was defense. They did a good job defense with Christensen. Honestly, I think it was keeper with them. I think Barca should have went down and got a good keeper. Because Ter Stegen is not reliable.
You don't like him?
No, he's not
I
reliable.
think
He has
but
fast
definitely-
reflexes. He's 6'1", 6'2". He has fast reflexes. Good. Any shot from outside of the box is going in. 100%.
He's got the David De Gea thing.
Yeah, it's so weird. I think honestly, like Ter Stegen's hype is down. They should have like at least signed like a Spanish keeper or like someone that plays in Spain, like Yassine Bounou or something. Even though he's like 30 years old, but I know Yassine Bounou is 100% more reliable than Ter Stegen. 100%. And that guy's Moroccan. You know what I mean?
Who else we got? I mean, obviously they're the big winners probably of the whole Europe, like
100%.
Europe, like
Yeah.
teams. Yeah.
Barca took the summer, bro. Barca took the summer.
The only thing I see them failing is like if players start complaining about playing time, which is like, why would you go there if you know there's a
They
guy in
won't.
front of
I
you?
don't think
I don't
so.
think they will.
I think this year is gonna be a good year for them unless they just choke. You know how you choke?
Yeah,
Like,
if you're
just
winning,
like-
it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I think they'll definitely win La Liga though. I don't see them winning the Champions League.
They don't have to. Nobody
Yeah.
expects them to win Champions League.
Yeah.
If they win La Liga off of Real Madrid, that's an amazing season.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
Yeah, I don't know about no one.
I don't see Real Madrid winning the Champions League. So unless
Yeah.
they win the Copa del Rey,
Yeah.
they win nothing. So Barca winning the league, that's amazing.
I don't know about no one expecting them to win Champions League. Like I wouldn't expect technically anyone to, but like Barca for me are they're one of the favorites.
Yeah, they should be like
If I'm giving like a
semifinalists.
top four,
And it
top
goes-
five teams,
it
Barca's
goes
one of
back-
them.
It goes back to our point about the summer they had. Because if it wasn't for the summer, you wouldn't have been saying this.
Yeah, for sure.
So that
I
summer
feel-
made them from a joke team to a Champions League level contender.
Yeah, they were in
That's
Europa League,
insane.
right? They went to
Yeah, they lost to the Europa League Frankfurt. The scandal, the white scandal. So yeah,
I see them like at least going to quarterfinals or semifinals, but I don't think they'll win. Just because you never really see like players who sign or teams that sign a bunch of players in the summer win like the next summer. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never seen that really. But
yeah.
like,
Even
never
Real
know.
Madrid when they got like Benzema and Kaká and Ronaldo, they took them like the next year.
Bad that season.
Yeah,
a little
they
too
lost
long.
to Lyon and like around the
Yeah.
16. Honestly, I feel like the league is an actual target, an actual objective that they can achieve 100%. Because Real Madrid,
Yeah.
honestly, like I promise you, it's not pettiness from the Champions League final, but everyone was so surprised how they beat PSG, then Chelsea, then City, then Liverpool by one shot. So I don't think they can. Luck was on their side. I don't think they can do that again this year.
and plus
I don't
they're
know if you wanna
relying
post
on
it.
Benzema way too much. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think all the teams that Real Madrid almost lost to on their way to Champions League glory, all of them got better. And I know we're gonna talk about Liverpool. I know we're gonna talk about Liverpool and Mane and everything. I feel like all in all those teams got better. Maybe not PSG, but I guess we're gonna talk about them.
next
Yeah,
team
we'll-
we can talk about is Bayern Munich. Obviously, they
Mhm.
added Sadio Mane, they added Matthias de Ligt.
Mhm.
They definitely improved their squad. I mean, obviously they lost Lewandowski. We'll see. There's like some Harry Kane rumors. There's some Ronaldo rumors.
Mhm.
But what do you guys think
Yeah.
about Bayern?
I think
I think
for now it's
it's-
pretty good. It's a decent window with De Ligt and Mane. Solid
De Ligt is
signings.
definitely a win.
Don't
Losing
forget that
Lewandowski is a big loss though, and I
Yeah.
think like that's why it makes me feel like this for the most part this window's like I think maybe a slight benefit, but just no more than that. It's kind of neutral. Just because you lose your best player who scores like 40 goals a season, I don't see Mane doing those same numbers.
Right, but you have to understand that with transfers, it's all about like your team and other teams, or like your team compared to other teams. So yeah, you lost your best player in Lewandowski, but you gained Liverpool's best player in Mane. arguably.
And
Yeah.
Dortmund lost their best player as well, so that's like less
Dortmund lost
competition.
Haaland. Right, but they gained Ajax's best player, right?
But
So it's amazing.
I heard that he got
It's
cancer
business
though.
like that. Football-wise, I feel like Bayern had an amazing summer. Amazing. Because before Mane and De Ligt, they signed like what? What's his name? Gravenberch?
Gravenberch, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, Nasser
forgot about that,
Mazraoui
bro.
too.
Jamal Musiala just like signed did he sign an extension or something like that? They're Bayern is one of the few teams, or maybe one of the couple teams in Europe where they can compete now and compete in the future.
Yeah.
Like they're double heavy, you know what I mean? With other teams, they're just going it for it right now. They don't care about 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So Bayern Munich actually like with De Ligt, bro. De Ligt flopped in Juventus because that whole project was a flop the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
I can't wait until he starts playing again. Because we're talking about the second captain of the Netherlands team. Like when Van Dijk is not playing, he's the captain.
Yeah.
So he got a rebirth.
He was amazing at Ajax before that too. So
he got a rebirth in Bayern Munich, 100%. So I can't wait until that. Who's the other center back that's going to be playing with him, or others? I'm not sure.
Because Sule left, I think he went.
Yeah.
to,
Upamecano and Lucas Hernandez.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
Upamecano, yeah, he's a beast.
Oh yeah. So Upamecano is a baller too.
And
So,
Lucas Hernandez.
yeah. So they're ballers, obviously.
They also got Nasser Mazraoui in right back.
Yeah, that's heel. This guy's
He's
fast,
good.
bro. And you have, Lucas Hernandez. He can play left back as well, or left wing back.
Yeah.
So they're set. The midfield's obviously amazing. Mane can do what Mane does, bro. Just pressure and attack. Long balls.
Yeah, I honestly, I changed my mind a bit. It's probably a good. It was a good transfer window.
Yeah, because you have to think about it. That coach, Julian Nagelsmann, honestly, why he didn't succeed with Bayern Munich is because he was playing a type of football that wasn't known to him. Like if you go back to his old team, he was playing similar to what Liverpool were playing, which is why Liverpool got a lot of players from them because they had the similar mentality, right?
Yeah, Leipzig, yeah.
Yeah. They had the similar mentality, pressure, play from the back, play tiki-taka, but not always, right? Penetrate through the middle, just like high IQ. When he went to Bayern, it was all in the box, bro.
Yeah, you have the ball all the time.
Yeah, it's in the box. I haven't seen a Bayern goal that wasn't in the box, bro. In the 6-yard penalty. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't have much like transition or fast break.
Exactly. So Lewandowski leaving and Mane coming in, he can start playing his own football. You know what I mean? Mane can actually do something that helps the coach.
Yeah, I mean they have Gnabry, Mane, and Sane now. That's like a pretty good front three.
Yeah, honestly.
And Kingsley Coman.
Oh yeah, Kingsley Coman.
I think Muller can help a bit, but Muller and Lewandowski was the old Bayern, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And was the old Bayern. This is a new Bayern. And Lewandowski style, honestly, even though I loved him in Bayern, didn't fit that style. And I think maybe he knew that, or maybe he saw that. So that's why he wanted to move to Barca. I don't know. Can't say. But I feel like that's a good move. Mane, bro. Mane is a baller, bro. I miss him. But Mane is going to do some things, bro. And even if he doesn't, he has nothing to prove.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, the next team I think is actually PSG didn't really make that many moves. They brought in the Portuguese guy, Vitinha.
But he's actually really good, bro. Liverpool wanted him as well. He's actually really, really good.
Yeah. What would you think was their biggest weakness last season?
Okay,
midfield, right?
Their midfield is their weakness, but like I think their biggest weakness is just choking.
Yeah.
Like
I'll tell you here. Okay, so you want controversy? There you go. Messi went there to rest up for the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, their players are being lazy when they play.
Yeah. Messi wasn't a quarter of Messi in Barcelona because he's waiting for the World Cup. The moment the World Cup is done and whatever happens, he's gonna start playing football again, unless he wants to move away to Miami or something. right? That's one reason. Neymar, we all know Neymar. He literally said on his documentary that he doesn't want to play football. Like he's just doing this for the money at this point. Like he has to get the check, right? Mbappe's the only like good one out of them. Like he's the only one running, right? If he can talk to them and like just like convince them to take it seriously, these two players, Neymar and Messi, I promise you they'll win the Champions League. I promise.
But they lost big Di Maria.
They did.
Big loss.
And we're gonna talk about Juventus right now. We're gonna talk about Juventus.
Yeah, you want to talk about Juve?
So funny. It's so funny to me how this is such a group sport, like it's such a team sport, that PSG have arguably the best holding midfielder in the game, Marco Verratti, right?
I agree.
And their weakness is still Messi. It's so funny.
I wouldn't say like it's I when you look at the players, I'd say that's maybe their weakness, but I'm not even saying it's a weakness. I think they have a great midfield, like,
Yeah.
and they play great. Like they played great against Madrid until they started choking in the end. Like,
Yeah.
I just and the thing is, we disregard the
just
rest of their
watching-
season because it's in the French league.
Yeah. I was just watching the latest episode of The Shop, like LeBron James talking about culture. And PSG have no culture.
Yeah.
They have no leaders. That's their problem. Like, who is yelling at you to fix it up when time? You remember, PSG lost to Real Madrid in the last half an hour.
Lost like 10 minutes. Like
The first leg, and the first 60 minutes of the second leg, PSG were dominant.
yeah.
Then 25 minutes came in, they lost the game. In those moments, who's yelling at you? Marquinhos? Isn't he like what, 25? 27?
It should be Ramos, but he's not even playing that much.
He wasn't even playing.
Yeah.
He's playing now, so maybe that's the difference. Maybe that's the leader they need, but they don't have leaders, bro. They don't have culture. I know for a fact Neymar's not yelling. For a fact. I know for a fact Messi's not yelling.
Maybe Mbappe, but even though he's
so
young.
much he can do, he's out of breath running.
Yeah.
Who's yelling? Donnarumma? I don't think he speaks the language.
I know Neymar's probably crying.
Yeah, like it's no culture, bro.
Yeah, I
If
think
they can fix that along with Messi and Neymar just like playing the win instead of playing for other agendas, PSG will win the Champions League. I promise you. That team is too good not to. Bro, you got Hakimi, bro. Hakimi is one of the best players in modern day football because of all the things he can do.
Let's see if the new manager can convince them.
So the new manager, I don't know anything about him, to be honest.
He's from Lille when they won like 2 years ago. They won the league 2 years ago, I think.
So
yeah.
that I heard that, and that's a good sign because with limited players he can win, right? But I just don't know anything about him, and that says a lot about the French league, bro. Like the trashiest out of the top 5. I don't even think it's top 5 anymore. People say it's top 5 and they include France because of France, and I promise you that the Egyptian league in 2 years is going to compete. Like that league is trash.
I think the Portuguese league might even be better nowadays. You
think
see
it's
them do
better,
better in the
100%.
Champions League. Yeah.
100%, bro. And so that's another topic, though.
It's like my thing is, right, like you're in the French league, you don't even have to get into like you don't even leave like first gear in the French league.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you're in the Champions League where you're being actually tested. You know,
That's the biggest problem. I think that's literally the problem. If they just get that sorted, like they play every game in the French league, like it's the toughest game, even though it's not. They just try to score 5 goals every game, 6, 7, like just go all out.
Yeah.
So that when you don't have to like switch gear, like you said, for the Champions League game.
And even if you lose one, it's no big deal because you're gonna win like 35 out of 38 games, probably.
Right, bro. All they have to do is focus on the Champions League, bro. Come on.
That's probably
Like,
why they want a
honestly,
Super League.
Let's do this. Let's play this game. If PSG knocked out Real Madrid in the round of 16 last year, having Real Madrid knocking out, like in hindsight, all these Premier League teams, who would have won the Champions League?
I mean, it could have been anyone.
I mean, PSG would probably be the favorite after they beat Real Madrid. Yeah.
Exactly. I think they were the closest. And like them and Liverpool were the closest to beating them.
Yeah.
So like it just shows you how like 15 minutes of just mentality, culture can make you from a loser in the round of 16 to a finalist easily.
Obviously got an unlucky draw as well. Like they could have played a sucky team like Sporting or something like that.
Hey, but at the end of the day, without culture, there's gonna come a stage where you're gonna lose.
Right.
Like Liverpool, we had arguably the easiest route to the final, right? But football happens, bro. Happens.
Yep. Let's see. Next team. What do you guys want to talk about? Juventus.
Yep.
The biggest winners of the transfer window.
Yep.
They lost like half their team.
Right, but they needed to, bro.
Yeah, they really needed to. I think
they
have good players with Pogba and Di Maria. I mean, they're aging, obviously, but they got them for free. You can't beat that.
Can't beat that, bro. Yeah, and especially like players, like I'm not even talking about Pogba because Pogba is one of the few exceptions to the rule of being a superstar and a baller, because when he's not here, he's not a baller. But when he's here, he's one of the best.
I agree.
So if he's feeling it in Torino, he's feeling it, right? And he's feeling his teammates, and he's needed in his team, he's gonna be a baller, bro. Just like we saw in like 2015, 2014. But Di Maria, bro. Di Maria is so underrated, bro. Even if
he is, man. For some reason, ever since he like had that flop season in United, he just went under the radar. But he's literally still been consistently one of the best wingers in the world.
Bro,
I think
honestly, arguably, he was better than Messi last year.
Yeah,
He probably was. Yeah.
He also has shown no signs of aging. He's still super fast.
Bro,
yeah.
His skills are amazing. If anything, he looks like he's more skillful. Like,
so he can finish, he can pass, he can run. This guy is such a, like, honestly, I know Liverpool weren't gonna do it, but a voice in the back of my head was like, for safety precaution, right? If someone gets injured, stuff like that, you have a player like Di Maria. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think Chiellini needed to go. Dybala needed to go, bro. I don't understand how Dybala was still in a Juventus shirt.
How did he go to Roma though, man?
Is available, bro. Never. The last game I remember watching him, I swear to God, was when Juve beat Barca 3-0.
In like 20,
in the
like,
Champions League.
18 or something.
2017, bro. 2016.
That's the last time he was good. I feel.
That's the last time I remember watching him on the game.
Hey, but now he's Jose Mourinho's problem.
He needed to leave, bro. Juventus are just paying his medical bills and he's not doing anything, bro. And he's considered the number 10. Bro, get here. Come on.
It's okay. Jose Mourinho is going to bring the best out of him. I know that for sure.
I'm happy for him. I hope so. But Juventus, just we're talking about Juventus, he needed to let him go. He's over.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they've definitely taken the biggest step back from the top of the Europe, like, class.
I'm just like, how old was Berdineschi? What's his name?
Bernardeschi. I
Bernardeschi.
think he was like late 20s.
Yeah, I was surprised he went to Toronto, honestly.
I mean, he wasn't that special, to be honest, in Juventus.
With Juventus, I always felt since the Ajax time, like they lost in the Champions League, their defense was like weird. So they lost Dillard. They lost Chiellini. Who's their defense?
They got this guy from Torino, Bremer. I think he's a Brazilian guy.
Yeah, that was a good.
I heard that was good, right? Who else? Bonucci?
Bonucci's still there.
He's still gonna.
Okay, what happens if he's injured?
Danilo center back.
Oh yeah,
I'm saying, like where we were talking about other teams like Barca focusing on defense, they actually did a good job. Juventus did a good job. They bought a Werder Bremer like 50 mil, but again, I feel like they're not. We were talking about deepness of the squad. They're not deep in the back of the squad.
I mean, I read Demiral, but like for some reason, he's
not consistent. He's not consistent, and I saw that in the Euro, bro. Turkey, I know we're terrible as a team, but Demiral was just like scared, like own goals and like just weird.
I mean, dude, I feel like there's always like something like when squads have like a revamp, it could change also the way like individual players play. So like time will tell like how these players will play. Obviously,
I honestly can't wait until Di Maria links up with that striker Juventus have. I forget.
Vlahovic.
Yeah, bro.
And Chiesa left wing,
I feel
if he
like
can
I
stay
feel like
fit.
I already see the passes in the middle of the defense. Like I feel like I already can see that.
I feel like Chiesa
Wait,
barely
who-
played last year.
And like honestly, like this is not from like this window, but they have Dennis Zakaria in midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wesley,
They don't-
their midfields they should be good, man.
They could
They
be
should
like
be
a
pretty
sleeper
good.
team in Champions League, like underrated.
So with Juventus, if we were having this conversation like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, I would have been like, they're the same exact thing as PSG. You don't have to do anything in Calcio, and then you go in the Champions League and you try to win it. That's what they tried to do when Barca beat them and Real Madrid beat them and all these teams beat them, right? Now it's not the same.
Yeah,
Because
Inter
now
is
if
actually
you
good.
sleep, AC Milan are gonna win. Inter Milan are gonna win easily. You might not even make it to the Champions League if you sleep. Like if you remember, Juventus started the season like what, 16,
Yeah, they weren't. They were like barely making top
and they
four.
were catching up to make Champions League.
Yeah.
So you can't sleep in Calcio anymore. You can sleep in the French league. You can't sleep in Calcio.
All right. The main thing we're here to talk about is the Premier League. I feel like the Premier League is becoming like a super league. Like every good player wants to come, or like
Yeah.
all the good teams want to buy their players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense. It makes sense because you follow the money, and the money's in the Premier League, right? It's
Yeah.
it's the best league in the world, right? And I hate when people have this argument like, if they're the best league in the world, then why did Real Madrid win the Champions League? Well, that's head to head. That's different. We're talking about a league, and that's the strongest, most physical, most intense league, right? And when we talk about, do you want to talk about best first, then worst, or worst the best? With the
Yeah, let's talk
Premier League
about let's talk about like City and Liverpool first. So City got Holland, obviously.
Mhm.
They got Calvin Phillips. They lost Sterling.
Yeah.
I think obviously they improved their team.
Quality
They were
window.
already the best team. so-
Amazing window, honestly.
yeah.
Amazing window. They get Haaland and Phillips, and they still have a net spend of they actually earned like 85 million. I saw.
Yeah.
Like
Thanks to
what
Arsenal.
a window, man.
Money-wise, they were perfection, honestly.
Yeah.
But football-wise, I want to get deep into it because I have a lot of theories, right? As a Liverpool fan, always playing against City, Gabriel Jesus is a big loss for them. I'm not saying Haaland won't score against us. He probably will, right? But Gabriel Jesus has proved consistent in scoring against us for some weird reason. I don't know why.
Bro, he's so slippery. Have you seen him like the last couple of games for Arsenal?
Yeah,
He's so
Ar-
silky.
bro,
No,
I'm
and
so
that-
happy about. Like,
He's just balling out in Arsenal. I'm
Yeah.
so happy for him, right? With the history of Guardiola with attackers, right? This thing with Haaland can go either way. I promise you. It's not 100% guaranteed that Haaland's gonna destroy it and they're gonna win the league by 20 points, and it's not guaranteed. He can easily flop. And because the reason is because of the league we're in. With Premier League, there's no spaces. Barely any spaces. Haaland needs spaces.
That's true.
Haaland needs spaces.
It's different. Like when you play like transition, like Dortmund, they always play in
Yeah.
like fast. You see like their highlights, they're always playing
Yeah.
fast break.
Look at Haaland's highlights on YouTube right now. All the goals are him running from the midfield with defense trailing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Premier
true.
League, very hard to find that. Very hard.
Everybody parks the bus in the Premier League.
I think
Most
Haaland
of
though,
them.
like Haaland is just like for me when I look at him, he like mentally, he's still a very like such a smart player. I think
Oh,
he
absolutely.
can switch his game. Like he'll find a way to get those goals.
Hey, but Ali, you have to understand that him switching his game right now is not good for City because that phrase you just said, switching your game, takes time.
Yeah. He's still a younger player, so I mean,
He
obviously
is.
he
I'm
will
not-
improve, but not necessarily this season.
Again,
Yeah.
I'm not talking about this transfer as the whole 3 years he's there for, because I think that's his contract, which was weird for me because he did a 3 years contract and then he did like a clause where like if another club, bigger club wants him, he can go and
Real
City will
Madrid.
allow him. That was weird to me, but we're not gonna talk about that. To me, I'm talking about this season. Liverpool had a good window, right? Arsenal had a good window. Tottenham had an amazing window, right? Chelsea, give or take, right? So we can arguably say all top six increased in form or increased in talent, right? With City, if they don't get it right with Haaland this year, I don't think City can afford, like with all the hype around him, to bench him. They can't do a Grealish on him, right? They can't do a Calvin Phillips with him. And if he doesn't get it straight, like that's the pressure, right? Like honestly, as a Liverpool fan, Darwin Núñez is 22 years old. How old is Haaland? Similar, right? They're both young.
The same thing, yeah.
Yeah, but the pressure on Darwin Núñez is nothing. Liverpool can easily play Firmino. Obviously, it would be like less than when we had Mane, but we can still try to find a way with Luis Diaz, right? With City, losing Gabriel Jesus and Haaland not being in top form, that's a problem.
City also signed Julian Alvarez, who when I see him, he's quality.
But that's a big step up, though. Yeah.
I love that signing more than the Haaland sign. I swear to God, bro.
I think you hate the Haaland signing as a Liverpool fan.
As a Liverpool fan, obviously any signing City would sign, I'm gonna be like, oh my God, here we go again, right? But I'm talking about purely football. Like if Haaland flops, I think City's season is shambolic.
I
don't think so, man, because City never relied on.
Yeah, they can play without a striker.
Bro, they could put Foden striker.
Like but Gabriel Jesus was an amazing false nine.
Yeah,
he was
under Guardiola. You not having who you gonna play? Bernardo Silva. Honestly, I was so happy that Bernardo Silva was going to Barca, but looks like it's still not happening. So that was like, I wanted Bernardo Silva to leave, and I knew for a fact City would become weaker because he's an amazing player.
Yeah,
that's not the case. But who are you gonna play as false nine or striker if Haaland's not in form or gets injured for a couple of weeks?
Alvarez, Foden. That's about it, though.
So that's a problem. You see the problem.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne is the only constant in City, bro. Even the preseason, he's balling. Like, this guy is a baller.
He's just amazing.
He's amazing, bro.
But that's amazing. The thing. Like with City, they like honestly, it's kind of a joke, but it's true. You could just put De Bruyne there and look at their midfield. With Phillips, they can have Phillips, Rodri, Gundogan. Even he's still there. Bernardo Silva. That's still amazing.
Oh, their midfield is the best thing, but I'm not
Mahrez.
Mahrez and
yeah. Like I do agree with Mostafa. Like the thing is historically, like strikers have not done well under Guardiola.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't see him as like thriving in City. I don't think it was the best move for Haaland himself.
Wow.
Again, like I think like okay, he can adapt, but again, adapting is going to take time. Like but I disagree. Like I think City that will be able, like if Haaland gets injured or is not in form, I think they'll be able to adapt. Honestly, like
I think Haaland is gonna do good. He's gonna. I can't see him flop. I think he'll do good because really, City, you just need someone in the box and he'll finish it. You know how many crosses City gets. You know how many chances they make a game. It's impossible for Haaland to just flop and miss these chances.
I agree 100%. I'm not saying he's gonna flop. I didn't say that, right?
Yeah, I know you didn't say that.
Yeah, but I'm just like
you're just not expecting like 30 goals the first season.
Yeah, everyone is. I promise you, everyone is.
Yeah, I'm not expecting that necessarily either.
The shock you take from Bundesliga to Premier League, like ask Thiago Alcantara. Like Thiago Alcantara is a baller, like refined baller, right? When he came, he was like, "Bro, this is difficult."
That's team over.
Team over.
Yeah, like exactly.
Even Havertz.
Fine,
yeah,
but he's not gonna find the same spaces he did.
Yeah, it's definitely harder, man.
It's definitely harder. We all agree with that. But it's all about the competition, bro. Like if the competition are tight, like Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool, I think City can struggle. I really do, bro. I'm the first one to be like, oh, City, they always win the Prem and stuff like that. But they might have something. They might have something of a competition.
It's the tactics, man. In the end of the day, when all the teams now have like amazing players, like these players, like it's all about now the coaches and how they set up their team against particular teams. Like that's what's gonna win games.
I can't wait for the Community Shield though. I hope that none of the coaches mess up with the starting lineup. I hope they put the
Wait,
best.
is it City
out
versus
there.
Liverpool?
Yeah,
When is it? Next week?
it's
It's on the
30th.
30th. So
Oh
yeah.
wow, that's pretty soon.
So I want the
Saturday.
best preview of these two teams that I can possibly can, bro. The best lineup with the best lineup, and may the best team win.
That would be
Because
fun
again,
to watch.
as we all remember, the last season, both games ended with a 2-2 tie.
Yeah.
So
Jesus was a baller in one of those games, which is why I'm
Exactly.
excited.
I was just gonna say that. Jesus is always balling against us, bro, and I'm sure he's gonna keep on balling with Arsenal, right? With Holland, the first time, and remember what Holland said, bro. I'm not like putting overhyping the guy, but remember who he said was the hardest to play against.
Liverpool, probably.
Virgil Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Hardest defender player. And he's like, bro, I didn't win a single duel, like one-on-one duel with him. And that's his game. How are you gonna play your style of football if you can't win a single duel?
And I think every team's improved their defending as well.
He doesn't want to run around you. He wants to lure you in so you can have a one-to-one duel, shoulder pushes you, disperses to the attackers. That's his game. He doesn't want to run, bro. Van Dijk said, like, I don't want to run. I make Robertson and Trent run for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, for center backs, more
It's
about
gonna be
positioning.
an amazing preview, bro. Amazing.
All right. Liverpool, obviously, they lost Sadio Mane. They didn't really lose anybody besides that. They lost Origi. But,
Yeah. Rest in peace, bro.
but obviously they got Darwin Núñez. Obviously they had Luis Diaz from January window. But
Yeah.
I think it's a slight maybe step back, but I think they're still obviously top class.
When you think about it now, it's a step back because Sadio Mane is irreplaceable. When you
Yeah.
think about it to the future, Darwin Núñez, 22 years old, 5-year contract, finisher. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Nunes is gonna have to perform, man. This like you say like he has no pressure, but like he kind of does just because we lost Mane. If we didn't lose Mane, then he has no pressure.
Well, I don't
Absolutely.
think so,
The
bro.
reason he has pressure is because we need goals now.
Ali,
When you lose Mane, Nunes
don't
has to
think Darwin-
score.
I don't think Darwin Núñez has that pressure on him. You know why? Because
Diogo
I think all
Jota.
the pressure you're talking about is about
Jota?
Luis Diaz. I think all the pressure is on Luis Diaz. I promise you.
I mean, like I feel like they both share the response. Like Darwin is the
team
number
shares
9.
the responsibility.
He's the
whole
number
team.
9 though, and who's 80 million, 80 like 100 million or something.
I mean, honestly, bro. Honestly,
has
if
to.
we're being real, the pressure's on for me
Yeah, I agree.
because he
This is like the
last
make or
year
break season.
last year left in the contract. People know that Darwin Núñez is probably better than him now. Now, not even waiting. So I think the pressure is on for me.
Well, I mean, okay, were we saying like pressure from who? Because I think pressure from the neutral,
Sadio Mane.
pressure from the neutral. I think it's clear it's on Nunes. Like you're gonna see if Nunes doesn't score in like 2, like yeah, he scored 4 in the preseason, but if he doesn't score like in the first couple games in
agree with
the
that, but
season,
I'm talking as a Liverpool fan. You are.
yeah,
right?
as a Liverpool fan, I ain't gonna like, yeah, it's different,
I
but
feel
like
neutrally, if let's compare, right? Darwin Núñez's opener in the Premier League, he doesn't score. He's trash. He misses an open goal, right? People are gonna make fun, right? But if Liverpool win, who cares? Compare it to City. If Haaland misses an open goal, he's trash. He's not even getting a second on the ball. He's getting bullied and stuff like that. But City win. Who's gonna talk more?
City.
Exactly. Who are people gonna criticize more? Not Darwin Núñez, because they
to be honest, I
already
don't
knew
have Twitter,
that
so
Sadio
I
Mane
have no,
left.
I would have no idea.
I think it would be Haaland, bro. Because oh my god,
Haaland's
I mean,
definitely the
Haaland's
bigger
definitely
name.
like the bigger name. Exactly. Yeah,
Right.
he's definitely the bigger name and stuff.
So that if I'm Darwin Núñez right now, and I'm in his situation right now, bro, just be yourself, right? With Erling Haaland, you have to perform, or else your coach looks bad, your administration looks bad, the whole team looks bad.
I mean, I just think it's because Nunes is like the price tag. Like he crushes like
How much did he cost?
it was like 80 million pounds, like basically $100 million.
Yeah,
It's a crazy price. Liverpool doesn't dish
with
out
add-ons
cash like
though,
that.
60 with add-ons. those add-ons don't have to be met, right? Depending on Liverpool's performance.
Yeah.
To me, you know what's funny though? Comparing these two, I love how we're comparing Nunes to Haaland right now. But Nunes, to me, honestly, and like I've watched his highlights so many times with my brother and my friends and stuff like that, I feel like he's the better football player. You know what I mean? Like football, like Latin
Like
American.
technique.
You know what I mean? Like control and shooting and like just in the style of play, modern day play. With Haaland, he's just a beast.
Yeah, he's just an athlete.
Yeah, like if he finds someone that like has more athleticism than him, he'll struggle. Whereas Nunes can go to the left wing or the right wing and like cross and like he can play football 1-2. You know what I mean?
Dude, yeah, Latin Americans never have the issue of like physicality, like being
Because like look at Luis Diaz, bro. Like he's not even that big, bro. He's skinny, but he's a freaking like fox. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel the pressure's on Luis Diaz. Just like putting that out there.
He's
the successor.
Nah, I think the pressure is more on Jota and Firmino. Like,
oh, Jota, bro, I forgot about
Jota's injured, man. Like I think he's having injury issues.
Oh, he is?
Yeah,
No, I didn't know.
Like Klopp was even saying like the injury he has is like he doesn't like feel good about it because it's like worse than previously thought.
Pressure's off.
Well, Jota, like the best thing about him was headers, though.
Yeah.
We needed that from the front.
Jota's awesome, man. Like we need him fit.
The beginning of the season last year, he was amazing. He was like almost like top scorer.
You know who's basically a new transfer?
Him, bro? Oh my god!
You know who's basically a new transfer? Fabio Carvalho. That guy's the guy I'm most excited about.
Bro, this guy, I swear to you, when I was watching his highlights and when I was watching yesterday, Red Bull's game, he gave me snippets of Coutinho.
Bro, he's so, yeah. I mean, honestly, man.
I swear, if it wasn't for the long hair, I would have thought that was Coutinho in front.
I've always been like questioning Klopp. When are you gonna get a attacking midfielder? When are we gonna get our new Coutinho? And then I was like, and then Klopp. I knew in the back of Klopp's mind, he knows like this guy's gonna come next season. He's gonna start and be a big player for us.
It went to the point where I wasn't even saying I wanted a new Coutinho. It went to the point where instead of Aston Villa, I was telling Jurgen Klopp, oh, just loan Coutinho back.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy him. Just loan him back. That's how desperate we were of a CAM. Fabio Carvalho, bro, he's 19 years old, speaks proper English.
Bro,
like
his confidence too, man. It's not only his skill. Like this guy, you can tell like he'll play against the big teams and he'll take the pressure perfectly. He'll score goals.
Yeah. I'm just saying we might have needed him, bro. He's a baller.
He's going to be a big player for us. I guarantee. I'll make that. If it's a bold prediction, I'll make it. I think he's going to be big for us
this season.
This season.
Oh wow!
I see quality in him, man. Like this.
You think he gets playing time? Enough playing time?
I think he gets playing time.
I hope so, bro. Jurgen Klopp, listen. Jurgen Klopp is no discriminator, bro. If you deserve it in practice, or like you've been showing, like look at Harvey Elliott, bro.
Exactly.
Harvey Elliott's actually good.
Exactly.
Curtis Stone, bro. This guy sometimes doesn't know how to kick a ball. And when Jurgen Klopp believes in you and gives you minutes, look at the goal he scored against Brentford, bro.
Everyone has a chance in Liverpool's team to shine, and I think Carvalho will take it.
Bro. No discriminator. He can if he proves himself, and in training he's good, bro. Fabio Carvalho.
I think preseason he has been proving himself. He's arguably been like our best player in preseason. Arguably.
Yeah.
Sam Salah, of course, Nunes scored the 4 goals and stuff. Elliott's also been very good.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I think our issue would come with an injury. I know Salah stays fit for the most part, but like I think more than some of the other teams, like a big injury in Liverpool would like that can happen in any team, I guess, because
Liverpool start good, then Christmas comes and we all know what happens, and it's a curse from now on.
Yeah, we don't even need to.
We know, bro. The last 3 years, we've been like first in Christmas, and then something happens, and a lot of people celebrate it too much, and we end up going,
All right, next up we got Chelsea. Obviously they got Sterling, they lost Christensen, they lost Rudiger, but overall I think they pretty much stayed the same. I feel like.
Yeah.
I think they
Chelsea
had
is
an
the
all
worst
right
of the
window.
top six.
They had a pretty good window, I'll say. But
They got
like
Koulibaly as well. So
yeah,
Koulibaly
Koulibaly's
was a good signing like 4 years ago. Bro, as an Egyptian, bro, playing against him like twice in the World Cup and World Cup qualification and Africa Cup of Nations, bro, like he's a good center back. We all know that. Would you pay that money for a 33-year-old?
31.
31? I don't know. Yeah, you decide. To me, it's like Thiago Silva signing, bro.
yeah, it's like the same. The
Like
same
imagine
trust.
having Koulibaly and Thiago Silva, bro. Like you never know. It might be a liability.
Yeah, I think also they need they're trying to get Koundé. I don't know if they're going to be successful with that.
Yeah.
They
I think
definitely
he's going to Barca.
yeah. You look at that.
Yeah.
Making more money.
Supports our claim.
Yeah, but I mean, I think for the most part, their defense is like all right. Chelsea, even if their defense lacked, Chelsea's like a defensive team, just
Yeah,
the way they
Tuchel.
play. Like,
Yeah.
So
I
watching
think
the
their
game live
issue is their attack.
Arsenal
Yeah.
versus Chelsea, watching the game live yesterday showed me that Chelsea's worst part is not even defense, bro.
Their attack, man.
It's midfield, bro.
Okay, they didn't have Conte or Kovacic.
Bro,
They
I
had
love
Kovacic.
Connor Gallagher.
Oh, they had
bro.
Kovacic.
Yeah.
Oh, in the second half.
I
okay.
love Connor Gallagher. Loved him in Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
I didn't even see him fit once yesterday.
He looked
And
lost out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of their attack looked lost. I didn't even know that like Havertz and Sterling were playing. I was like, bro, where are you?
No, Sterling, I saw. Havertz, I swear to God, when I saw him in the second half, I'm like, wait, he put on Havertz. And people were like, no, he's been playing the whole game.
Dude, and Werner was just Werner, honestly. Gets the ball in good positions and then like does a stupid decision where
Chelsea fans know this already. Because it's Timo Werner, bro.
Yeah, their
But
best
they
play
also-
yesterday was like a Reece
Surprise.
James cross.
I didn't see most of the second half, but like, did Broya play?
No, I don't think so.
I think he could be a decent guy for them.
They were
Like,
playing Batshuayi.
Bro, what's up
Batshuayi.
with that, bro? So are Chelsea keeping Batshuayi and Gallagher for the season?
Seems like it. Batshuayi might leave maybe, but I feel like Gallagher would probably stay.
Yeah.
It's just so weird, Chelsea. Like, I think honestly, Chelsea
They could take a step back this season. I feel like they could
might
get
take
fourth or fifth.
I think they will
So
stay.
I remember
step
posting,
back in the
not posting, but I
table.
remember talking about this with other Premier League supporters, like Premier League team supporters, and when I told them that Tottenham are going to land above Chelsea in the table this year,
They all
I
laugh
got
it
so
off.
much hate.
Yeah, they all like.
I got
dude, come
so
on.
much hate.
They're
Bro.
all, you know what they say? They're like, bro, you guys say this every year, and then we always finish above them.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I promise you, bro, as a Liverpool fan, as a diehard Liverpool fan, I promise you, Tottenham might finish above Liverpool.
Tottenham is
Tottenham's worst part of the season is always the beginning of the season. Always, bro. Like, you know how Liverpool's best part of the season is from summer to Christmas? That's Tottenham's worst part of the season. If Conte can fix that and just like get a couple of 1-0s here and there, a couple of 2-1s here and there, I promise you, Tottenham are going to compete for the league.
It will be fixed. Because, dude, last season it wasn't even Conte was there. Like, they switched managers and all this stuff, and then their team is completely different. So I guess we're talking about Tottenham now, right?
Their signing.
Yeah, Chelsea was underwhelming, so yeah, we can move on.
Yeah, Tottenham, man. Oh my God, let me
Who
name
were their
them.
signings again? Can someone remind me Tottenham signings?
Perisic, Jed Spence, Richarlison, Basuma,
Longley.
Yeah.
Langley, yeah.
Perisic is such a smart signing, bro.
He's like perfect,
Such
like
a
left
small
wing back
signing.
or whatever.
Yeah, bro.
He's
amazing.
the ideal left wing back in Conte's system. Like, he can get goals and stuff. Assists.
He's basically bringing the Inter Milan squad, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised if Lukaku plays for Tottenham, bro.
And we don't know how the window is going to end. It looks like they want James Madison.
Oh wow!
That would like,
oh wow!
That would finish their team.
Bro, would Leicester do that now? Come on.
I mean, Leicester might not have a choice. Like,
I mean, if you get like 50, 60 million for him, yeah.
Wait, but who do you think is going to finish on top of who? Arsenal? Is Arsenal going to finish on
So
top
we're
of
doing
Chelsea?
predictions, or are we talking about United?
Let's talk about Arsenal. Or
We could do
United
predictions next week, but I feel like just like first impressions, I feel like it'll be City, like some order: City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal. I mean, sorry, Tottenham, Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think yeah, exactly. That's the top four. Like what I think is going to be, honestly. Arsenal look
unless
amazing.
United and Chelsea just like get their stuff together very fast, those are my top four as well, honestly.
Bro, Tottenham's attack is just gonna be insane. Like, bro, they already have Son and Harry Kane.
think even if
it's not even attack, bro, it's the way they play. As much as I hate parking the bus, bro, Conte's gonna park the bus, and Mane, and Kane and Son and Perisic are gonna do their thing, bro.
and Kulusevski and Charlison, like
we saw, bro, the only team to beat City twice, Tottenham. We couldn't beat City. Liverpool couldn't beat City. Like they have potential, bro. It's because of the way they play. They play Atletico Madrid style football, bro.
I think
It is what it is.
the Tottenham you saw toward the end of the season is gonna come. Like you'll see that now in the beginning of the season, but even better. And that Tottenham is a good team because Liverpool struggled against that Tottenham.
They have such good chemistry too.
We tied both games against Tottenham, and they beat City's both games.
That was the difference between us getting fourth and them getting fourth. Like that's, I mean, obviously they have those players like in their prime, but
Tottenham's only issue is winning it, like those games that they like. You would say that a given they should win this game.
Yeah,
they'll just have like a bad game, like
exactly,
the
bro. The Burnleys, bro. Arsenal. I want to talk about this because I swear, I feel like I say this every year, but the North London derby this year is gonna be spicy, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be spicy, and we're gonna watch it with your brother, Ali. It's gonna be spicy.
He's probably excited about this season. Like last couple of years, he was like,
It's such a long time where both teams were actually really, really good now.
Yeah.
Like I feel like one's trash, one's good, but both teams now have they have it in their arsenal. No pun intended.
Pun definitely intended.
To beat the other with a score. Like I see Tottenham beating Arsenal 3-0. I see Arsenal beating Tottenham 3-0. It can be that game. It's just we never saw it.
That's basically what happened at the end of last season. Right. They beat us like 2 or 3-0.
Yeah.
And we beat them at home, I think 3-1 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest weakness for both teams, and which is why they struggle all the time, is just winning against like the games that everyone expects them to win, right?
Yeah, like Crystal Palace, bro. Crystal Palace is our weakness. Yeah. And I think we played them first.
Yeah. London derby right there.
Yeah, I expect Arsenal to lose the first game, honestly.
And I think that like this is where like the coaches come in, because like it's the mentality you instill in your squad. The Liverpool and Man City, the reason they've been finishing top two more than the quality players they have is just their coaches, Guardiola and Klopp. They instill like a winning mentality of like you got to go 100% every single game. Yeah. You better win every single game.
Culture, bro. It's like a winning, bro. Winning will come. It's about playing your best, bro. Playing your best, bro. We hear that all the time. Like, do your best and everything will. That's true, bro. You play your best, you leave it out there, and the results will be in your favor.
Yeah. I think Arsenal is finally like learning that. I think Arsenal is finally learning that, and I think Arteta's instilling that in most of his players now, especially these are like his guys now, like all the players that he brought in and mentored and all that.
And Arsenal better be like having that mentality, because I think Tottenham they might have it already. Just with the way Conte is just so experienced. And I know they're experienced players like Kane and Son are like they're like they know they want a trophy more than anyone with how good they are. And
it's funny because this is the first time in a long time as a Liverpool fan I'm actually terrified of playing Tottenham, because I know there's a real possibility of dropping points. With Arsenal, I feel like I can drop points easily. So last year, the year before that, expected wins.
Yeah.
Expected wins, bro.
And this is good for the Premier League, man. This is how it should be, man. Like, because
It is, honestly.
now we don't have to have like that pressure. He's like, oh man, we have to just wait until Man City drops points because we're not going to verse them until like that.
Yeah,
a couple months. Like,
I hope so, bro. It's just
Arsenal should have taken points off of City like in I think it was February or January. Like we had them tied. We had
I
them beat.
remember that.
Yeah,
bro. But Arsenal, man, let's like Gabriel Jesus. What a signing! Like, I'm so that's my favorite signing of the window. As in like because I knew Jesus when he got into Man City. He was one of the main guys like people talked about as young strikers, and you saw how he played with Brazil and everything. Like I'm super excited because I think he's showing it now. Like he's gonna play that way people want him to.
I swear I thought he was overhyped. I thought he was trash. But when he scored all these goals against us, I'm like, yup. That's what I get.
He was scoring against Real Madrid in the Champions League. He was scoring against Liverpool, obviously. Like he always shows up in those big games.
As a Liverpool fan, I know it more because it seems to me like right now in hindsight, he scored every single game we played against City, bro. Like that's how it feels. He's always like it's always Mohamed Jesus in the scoreline. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's and then dude, like Odegaard and Saka, Martinelli, and then like that's just and their midfield, like Xhaka and Partey are doing good. Like,
yeah,
I think we can all agree. I think we can all agree that all the top six had an amazing summer except one team.
Manchester United.
United. Why is that? Can someone tell us?
I mean, Chelsea didn't have an amazing one. They just had like
I feel like if anything, they're better a bit. The only team I can't say that is United, bro.
Yeah, which players have they actually brought in?
Donny Van de Beek, he was already here.
Christian Eriksen, who's like
Sandro
35 years old.
Has to, like, I think their main thing is the coach.
Yeah.
Just like whatever he's gonna do. Honestly, United, it's hard to tell what happens. I think the only way you can have like a better picture is like if Ronaldo's staying or leaving.
Yeah.
I don't think Ronaldo really makes a difference.
I think Ronaldo, like, I don't know why people blame like Ronaldo for all the issues.
You can't blame Ronaldo, bro. If it wasn't for Ronaldo, they would have sunk the second month of the Premier League.
Dude, yeah, like, because he doesn't pressure the defenders as much as like.
Bro, Ronaldo did more with United than Messi did more with PSG, bro.
And when I watch the games, man, Ronaldo is like he looks like the one who's working more than everyone else.
He's the only one playing football, bro.
He's making runs,
is trying to play. That's it. Maguire is scoring own goal.
Rashford
as someone who doesn't like
too.
United, I kind of want it, but I also don't because I like Ronaldo a lot to go to Atletico Madrid. I know if he goes,
I was just gonna say that, bro.
I know Madrid are like with their stupid fans, even though he's their best player in the history, and even though Madrid didn't want to buy him, and he would have been down to go, I'm sure. I know they're gonna start booing him in the games because they're just like that. Well, but dude, in Atletico, that would be the perfect team for him.
Bro, I would cry with Joao Felix. You kidding me? I would cry if after all of the hat tricks he scored against Atletico Madrid, he'd be the one to win the Champions League with them, bro.
Oh, dude,
I swear to God, I would cry. I would cry.
I was thinking
Atletico Madrid, bro. I hate them. But I swear to you, if that happens, what a story.
Bro, and you know they're gonna treat him like a king.
Yeah, bro, because they know what's up, bro.
And their whole game is gonna be revolved around him. Because you know the way Atletico plays, they don't have they actually want someone like that. Because their whole game is just defending the whole thing. So it's like, oh, we have Ronaldo. So like literally just put our whole attacking philosophy on whatever Ronaldo wants.
Bro, I feel like Ronaldo plays the best on a team that takes it from the back, so counterattacks with a couple of crosses here and there.
Yeah.
That's perfect for him, bro.
In Portugal, he scores goals all the time. That's how
he's in Madrid. He's in Madrid, bro. Like, come on.
But yeah, going back to United, I feel like more of the blame should have been like on Rashford and Sancho. Like those guys were like pretty average, like especially like they're like the main guys for that team. And even I mean Martial's coming back now too. We'll see how he does.
But he's
that's what I'm saying. Like they're blaming Ronaldo, but like these guys are not performing.
Sancho got completely like off the hook. Don't forget they signed him for $100 million. Like we were expecting him to be.
He choked, bro. We know that. He choked. Honestly, I feel like Ronaldo's not going anywhere.
That's what it feels like.
Feels like he's not going to play Champions League. It's so annoying.
Yeah, I know that sucks.
I think you know what? I think the best place for him to go is Bayern Munich.
That's what
Neymar,
Bayern.
he's
Wait, you said
waiting.
Bayern?
He's waiting.
Yeah, that's the
Oh.
thing, man. Is that the people in Bayern don't even want him.
What?
Wait, what did you say? Bayern Munich?
Yeah, I think Cristiano Ronaldo should go to Bayern Munich.
Yeah, that's where I wanted him to go, but it's just like the Oliver Kahn and like some people apparently in Bayern like.
But that was before they lost Lewandowski though. So maybe now, I mean, they might change their mind.
Yeah, I think that would probably be like.
It's now or
Ronaldo
never.
in Bayern would be epic, bro.
But he would score like
Yeah.
40 goals. I feel like he would score 35 or 40.
And like he doesn't have to take the Bundesliga seriously, and all he thinks about is Champions League. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
that's the case for both him too.
Yeah, like in Atletico Madrid, if he goes, he's focusing about Champions League and La Liga, bro.
Yeah,
He's gonna play Barca and Real Madrid.
Yeah, and I think like I think like it would kind of like as you were saying like Real like it would ruin his legacy at Real Madrid. I feel I don't think he kind of like really wants that.
Bro, he doesn't
I think
care.
he has that in his mind that it could influence it because like there's a reason he picked going back to United.
yeah. It's a City.
Instead of
Weren't
going to,
City
like-
after him too
Yeah.
last
but,
season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was after him. Yeah,
But like I mean, the thing is I think Ronaldo what he wants more than anything is Champions League, and even now like it's crazy as it seems getting another Ballon d'Or. And I think like that's not
Ronaldo
even
doesn't want Messi to get more goals than him in the Champions League, bro.
Yeah,
And if he stays with United, Messi, if he scores 5 goals, that's 5 closer. 10 goals, that's 10 closer. And he's not doing anything about it. It's
yeah.
as petty as that, bro. I know them.
Bro, the thing is,
know-
I don't even blame. Like you call it petty, I call it just like ambitious, and I
Competitive,
respect
yeah.
that so much.
love that. I respect that, but I don't respect how he's in a situation
Yeah,
in United right now. Like to me, like he shouldn't be begging, bro. Like there were rumors that his agent was literally begging Bayern.
and you know what I don't understand? Why Chelsea is not trying to get him? Like a team that has no striker.
Bro, Ali, I
Yeah.
swear to God,
I don't want him to go to Chelsea though.
I don't want him to, but like
Like especially Lukaku.
I want him to
and
get out of the
Werner
Prem,
being
but-
trash. Bro, get Ronaldo, bro. Cross him up.
dude,
He would literally be the perfect everything you wanted from Lukaku. Yeah, like Ronaldo can do that. He'll actually
Yeah, and
convert
he
the
can.
chances.
And it's not
Yeah,
City.
yeah.
It's not City. It's Chelsea. So we're good.
that's the thing, man. People think like Ronaldo's like washed and all that stuff. But the thing is, like we've seen Ronaldo in Juventus, and we know how
Yeah.
Juventus was, and then we see him in United. Like
The team around him was pretty bad, like pretty
yeah,
average.
it's just like
And he's still doing pretty good. Like,
yeah, and he's
Even-
still doing good. That's it. Yeah, exactly, man.
and you have it like people forget his age. He's like 37 and he's still playing at this top level.
He's
He's
the
still
best player in
scoring
his
like
team.
double digits.
I don't know why, I don't know why people like like what these teams like their mentality is like. Oh, it doesn't fit the philosophy. Oh, he's 37, maybe. Like
You know what?
But
you
it's
know what's
Ronaldo.
important?
It's not. He's not any 37-year-old guy. This
Yep.
is Ronaldo, man.
And you know what's important is scoring goals. That's what's
Yeah.
important on the field.
Bro, everyone thought he was gonna score like 5 goals this season. Guy was like top scorer. Guy was fighting with Salah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Top scorer. Come on, bro. Put some respect on the goal.
Okay, like Sancho
What
can
about,
press, but like Ronaldo's scoring.
Yeah,
What
bro.
about,
Sancho, 100.
Ronaldo?
No, come on, bro. Let's
Well,
go.
honestly, for Ronaldo, I just want him to get out of United. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
want him
One
to
way
win
or the other,
Champions League,
get
bro.
the heck out of there. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. If it's out of United, it's going to a Champions League club. That's the
I
point.
was daydreaming of him going to PSG, but that doesn't look like it's happening.
I don't think so.
Oh, that would-
That's not, they don't have the.
That would have been amazing,
That would be
bro.
so awesome.
Like like we're the children of the generation of Ronaldo versus Messi, right?
And
Imagine
they're
the
wasting
final
Ronaldo in
chapters them
United,
together.
man. It's being wasted.
It's like Avengers, bro. That's Endgame. That's Infinity War. I promise you.
Honestly, if he went to PSG, they would no doubt win the Champions League because he's the one that's gonna yell at everybody to do
That's
better.
true.
He'll take everyone into account for sure.
Especially
he's
like
probably-
him and Ramos, bro. Him and Ramos. All the rejects from Real Madrid would go to PSG.
Marcelo.
Like Asensio and Carvajal and all these players, bro.
Where's Marcelo going? Did he announce it yet?
No.
He's going to Brazil.
Yeah, he probably people are saying like Fluminense, that's his team in Brazil, but we
Mm.
don't know yet.
Bro, I would just, if I was him, I'd just go to like Qatar or something, get rich, get good, eat good food.
Bro, they are rich, bro. If I have a link up with Ronaldo wherever he is, bro.
Yeah.
Like last year, Marcelo was going to Juventus, bro, with Ronaldo. Like that was amazing.
All right, I think we can wrap it up there. It's enough transfers talk. We'll see. Like, the window I think goes till through August, right? Through beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll see less signings, but I think it's the deadline day that's when you'll see crazy stuff. Maybe with
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
We need to talk about Community Shield, and we need to talk about the first. So we might have it like the Community Shield is the 30th. The first day of the Premier League is like 6th. So maybe the 7th. We talk about that week.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or even the day after Community Shield.
Yeah,
Maybe.
sure. Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. Check us out. Obviously, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Thanks for listening. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.
See you.